when in a relationship our partner is sort of moving away from us and we see that our interactions are not the same. We send less messages, we see each other less often, especially after a breakup. There's a bit of distance growing, and there's something that a lot of people are doing. I'm shooting this video because it's something that I've noticed recently when I spoke with a few of my clients on the phone, is that this tendency to think, okay, I need to make him or her react. I need to do something. I need to fight to get his or her attention. And by doing that, actually, you're making a dreadful mistake. I'll explain you why you shouldn't do that and what you should be doing instead after jingle.
igetmyexback.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.
If it's the first time you watch one of my videos, welcome. My name is Alexis. I'm a relationship counselor and my job is to help you get back with your ex. Before I move on, I want to share with you that I have some free resources, free tools for you if you want to get unstuck, whether it's to take a quiz to let you know if you have any chance to get back with your ex, whether you want to give me a call. I have free 50-minute consultation that you can book every day. I have a limited number, but you can book every day. You can WhatsApp me if you're too shy or if you can't get a meeting with me. And you can also join our groups if you want to be with like-minded people and ask questions to our community. All the links are in the description. In exchange, if you want to help me, if you like the content, if you want to see more of that, don't hesitate to subscribe, to like, and to comment if you have any question on the topic. Let's get started. The typical taken for granted. That's, how it is after a breakup. Sometimes we feel like, we are so clingy, and therefore you position yourself on the hook. And for your ex, there's nothing at stake. They know that you can be there whenever they reach out, that you're always available for them. Versus the last crisp of the pack, something I did a video about that. The effect that when there's scarcity, when there is something with a limited stock, when we're about to run out of stock, and i.e. the stock is a relationship, then people put a higher price tag, a higher value on things. So what happens is that they can lose interest with this mechanics. If you're always on the hook, if you're always available, if you're always answering. The problem, because now you're thinking, okay, I don't want to be on the hook, I want to be attractive, I want to build attraction, I want to seduce my ex, I want him to fall in love with me again, or her to fall in love with me again. And therefore you position yourself, or you try to think at, what should I be doing? What sort of things, what sort of games I can play? The problem with that is when you start playing games to attract someone, is that really what you want? Do you want to be with someone where you have to play game, where you have to manipulate the other? I'm going to explain you an alternative. You have to change what he or she thinks. So the importance of your ex, the importance of the relationship, that's fundamental. How did they see the relationship? How important were you in their life? What matters is not so much about the strategies, the techniques, the manipulation, is how those feelings grew naturally. If you think about it, if you needed to force your ex to fall in love with you, if you needed to force your ex to have amazing interactions, amazing sex, amazing emotional connection, amazing project, if you had to force yourself so strong, I guess he or she is not the right person for you, right? Think of it for a second. If in the relationship you have to really sort of be another person, put a mask on, pretend to be someone you're not, stretch yourself so much that you don't really yourself. If you're in love with someone, this is when you know that you can be your true self, right? When you're confident enough to show your true self. And so the idea of manipulate the other to get what you want, and the same for them, I don't think it's something you should be looking for. The fear of loss. It's very common after a breakup. We are thinking, this time is different. I don't want to lose this because what we had was unique. And a lot of my clients have been married and divorced, and they know what is love. And so when they lost their partner, they feel, yeah, but I know he or she's not You know, we don't have thousands of people like that. We really connect, we really click. And so that breakup is really difficult to handle because we feel like this is so much at stake in terms of our loss. So the same way you're scared of losing them, they should be scared of losing you. I only work with people where, that's what I assess when I do my calls with my clients, whether it was a one-sided relationship or not. If it was a one-sided relationship, honestly, you should be listening to my tips. You should be reflecting, maybe, well, you can still have consultation with me because you might seek therapy to help you move on and heal and build up your confidence. But if it was a one-sided relationship, there's no point trying to win your ex back. Of course, you're going to have to force yourself to manipulate, to pretend a person you're not, to like things that you don't like, to accept things that you don't accept, not to express your boundaries and always be very complacent and always being the yes person. It is the most dangerous word in the relationship. Is someone says yes to everything. It's okay to say no. If your ex or your partner is not okay by you saying no, doesn't accept when you're not agreeing with him or when you set boundaries, he or she is not the right person for you. The problem by trying to fight, and I see that every day with my clients, is that when you fight and you keep your head focused on getting back with your ex, focused on the manipulation, on the techniques, on the strategies, on the things I should be pretending to, what sort of picture, you know, I'm going to post a selfie with that person because that person knows this person, and by a ripple effect, they will be jealous. You are faking it, you're forcing it. And also what you're doing unconsciously is that you're putting your mind back into the relationship. And what it's creating is that there is a gap between where you are right now, which is single, to a place where you were in a relationship, and this constant battle is really unhealthy. And that's what will create anxiety. Anytime you're alone, anytime something triggers you emotional or memories about your ex, this will create anxiety. So it's very dangerous for you to have the thinking process of, but if I do the right things, if I say the right things, of course, there are things you shouldn't say, there are things you shouldn't do. My job is mostly to prevent people from making mistakes. But it's very important for you to understand that it's not so much about how you can stretch yourself, how you can change yourself to accommodate the other. It needs to be natural, it needs to be organic. So don't fight someone who doesn't want you. That's the key takeaway of this video. It's either natural or you have to live it. Sometimes relationships, they go in cycles and your relationship was bound to collapse or to fail. Maybe 10 years ago it would have been easier to rescue, maybe it's too late. And something you can also assess in the quiz, but you have to accept it. So I don't believe in manipulation, and I know maybe you will find content, or you'll find probably someone in the comment section who will say that they know someone who can manifest your ex in 24 hours if you WhatsApp them. I don't believe in this. I believe in love that is mutual. I believe in relationships that are healthy, that are based on a strong foundation. If you're in the case where your ex is telling you, it doesn't work, but I love you. When they tell you, well, it's too hard, I'm scared, but I miss you and I want to see you. This is a good sign that we can work together. If in exchange you're with an ex telling you, I want to see you anymore, I'm exhausted, don't text me anymore, I'm done with you. And after a couple of weeks of no contact, you reach out and it's still the same. Honestly, what's the point? It's really hard, and if you want to talk, and I'd be more than happy to have a discussion with you if you want to talk, if you want to be listened, and I have some tips on how you could move on, how you could heal, there's no problem. But you should stop focusing on trying to get back with your ex at no cost, because what you're doing right now is really creating a stronger anxiety, creating a feeling of rejection that is stronger than it needs to be. And my point of the video is, again, don't fight for someone who doesn't want you. You are stronger than that. And final word, the only person that matters is you. That's the problem I have also with my clients, is they are far from being selfish. They're always thinking about the other. They're always thinking about others. and they forget to take care of themselves. And this is also probably the reason you're struggling right now. Of course, you're learning and you're watching videos, amazing videos like mine, to learn about your attachment style, your psychology, how relationship works, the breakup, things like that. But at the end of the day, the only person that matters, it's you. And if it's by dating someone, going on dating apps, it's fine, go ahead, do it. Forget about what other people were thinking. Forget about whether you're gonna break someone's heart. At the end of the day, the most important person is you. Okay, so don't do dating app. It's also in a comment, I'm saying that because I have a lot of people that are like, I feel like dating, but what if I date that person, I date someone after 2 months, I sort of break up with them because I'm getting back with my ex. This is the thinking process that sort of preventing you from being in the here and now and always making plans, always making assumptions. And that is what's creating anxiety. When we have our brain thinking, having another sort of thinking process that is against the reality. You're here and now, you're single, you are the most important person in your life. Take care of yourself, don't force yourself. If you are meant to be together, I'd be more than happy to help you, guide you in the right direction, but it's not so much about manipulation. That's the point of this video. If you liked it, don't hesitate to like as well and to subscribe. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
IGetMyExBack.com. Everyone deserves a second chance.